quit a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the same answers for how to put these principles, because there's some basic principles, into play. And I thought maybe if I knew a little more, my answers would be a little deeper here. But at this point, that's what I got.
Well, I had some on the WEN group. They've been discussing the Romike family.
This is the German family.
The homeschool family that was denied their, not denied. Their asylum was reversed. And so there's been there were some really good discussions about that on the group. That brought it up, but then people were asking, well, do we really? You know, they quoted part of the argument that got their asylum reversed and said, well, don't you think this is really true? And so I looked at it and said, if we go back to what the founders, you know, some of these things are so important to basics, like you're talking about basics. Their argument was, no, this country was not set up to save everyone from all the other countries who don't have the same laws as we do. And I was like, she said, well, do we really want to go around, you know, saving everyone who's inhumane or taking in every homeschool family who, you know, is persecuted in their country? And my first comment was, what does it say on the Statue of Liberty again? Can somebody tell me, please? I mean, you know, and then this family was given asylum based on their beliefs, and the Constitution is what we need to be defending, not everyone in the world, and it's based on natural law. And I had a chance to go through all of that in my head, because those were valid questions. You know, she said, I'm not trying to offend anyone, and I'm not trying to start an argument. I really want to know, what do you guys think about this? You know, do we really have a duty to go out and I'm thinking, that's what this country is. From the very beginning, that's people who came here were looking for religious freedom.
And it's not like we're going out and picking them out of their, I mean, they came here, they requested asylum. Go back to the Statue of Liberty. I love that. Yes, this is a place where you should be able to come and seek your liberty.
All of your tired, right?
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
All of your broken. Yes.
So
liberty comes not just with rights, but it comes with responsibilities.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the piece that some people are missing. They seek asylum so they can have liberty, but they're not willing to take on the responsibilities of American citizens.
But these people.
Right, and that's what another one of the moms said on the group was, they have been here for years, paying their taxes, you know, not asking from anything from the government. Just please stay out of our lives and let us teach our children, you know. And it was very interesting to me, that whole conversation, and how some of the comments that were brought up. But it was also brought up that Germany forced that. Germany doesn't like it that other people take in the ones they're trying to put in jail, because it gives hope to others in their country, and so they forced that. The pressure was put on the government to reanalyze this case.
That's really interesting when you consider what my observation is. If people are virtuous and someone leaves them, the people feel sadness for the loss. If a people is tyrannic and someone leaves them, they hate and despise both the person that left and the person that gives them asylum.
Yep.
Because they are, I mean, it's the two reactions of the two different types of people.
And my other thought that goes with that is, the place where they've gained asylum doesn't even think twice about, keeping them in asylum from this other hateful government only when we're already starting to lose our liberties here. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking only Eric Holder would go, well, okay, we'll open that case again. You know, it doesn't make any sense.
And it was
In
because
the land
Germany
of
came to
liberty.
him.
Yeah, Germany is putting pressure on all the countries that are accepting their homeschoolers. And in Europe, that was one of the comments too. Why don't they just go to another country? Because they are now citizens of the EU. It's not Germany anymore. It's the EU, and they can live in any country in the EU. And there are several who accept homeschoolers, where homeschooling is fine. But I think it's interesting. They chose this country. It's a choice we get to make. We get to choose where we live, and they chose this country, and they went through the whole process. They dotted every I and crossed every T, and a judge was given the opportunity to make a decision, and the decision was made. Yes, they can live in this country. And by reviewing it, a statement is being made. Parents do not have natural rights. It goes back to basics again. They wanted to make a statement. They wanted it to be a precedent. And that's why they reopened the case. Natural rights.
So
are
what
so
happens to them?
important.
Do they go back to Germany and go to jail?
I have not been following it very
Oh,
carefully,
okay.
but I know I did hear Glenn Beck was following and supporting them through this process, and he talked to their lawyer afterwards, and their lawyer said, this fight is not done. I'm not going to let this family go back and be pulled apart by the German government. So he's still fighting it. I'm not sure how or where. And because I didn't follow it closely enough to know what kind of a court the case was tried in. Do you?
I have
Where
no
did
idea.
they reopen
No, I'm just
that
really,
asylum?
I just think it's kind of a scary case.
It is.
As far as
It
our
is.
parental rights go, like you said, and our choice for education. So anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Our religious freedom, our parental rights. This case has so many things wrapped up in it that are so important to the basics.
To what's most important to us.
Yeah, especially to a government who now puts more value on a precedent than the Constitution. Everything hangs on other decisions that have been made.
Yeah.
But it was a good chance for me to say, well, go through those questions. Okay, why is this not okay?
Yeah. Yeah. What is it about it? Yeah. Well, if I can, I want to get us started in the main discussion part and kind of give you an idea of what.
Oh, is she gone again?
She's calling. That's,
Oh,
she's,
she
was
lost. Okay.
that means she's calling.
She sounds far away today.
Are you there?
Yeah, good.
Good. Okay, I'm going to get us started on the main discussion part and kind of give an example of what I was hoping that we could all kind of do.